Okay, my name is Eric Martrou. I work for MediaPro. MediaPro is the leader of the work package 10, which is the work package of the demonstration activities and the testbed activities. So we are here in Madrid in June 2006 to start the first work package. And we are going to start to work with Brainstorm and Grass Valley Thompson, the first activities of the day, which is Tuesday. The activities we are going to do it's a real-time preview of high-definition imagery, getting tracking data, calibrated it, and send it to the Viper camera. And all the metadata are going to be sent to the clipster of DVS.
The scope of the test has been to test if we can get the data and store it properly. So first thing we have been doing is just calibrating the encoders. We are getting some values from some encoders. They are not degrees or position in the space, but just encoder values. So we are processing in the Brainstorm computer these values. These values comes from a crane in that case, and we are processing these values, and we made a calibration inside Brainstorm where we match virtual world with a real world. So this information, after being calibrated, we are getting this information and sending it back to the Viper camera. First, we need a video signal from the camera and the data feed from the encoders. So we have the crane. On top of the crane, we get the Viper camera. Okay, so the information from the position is coming from the crane to the PC with Brainstorm. Eso se hace heurísticamente con un punto real en el estudio que tiene que encajar perfectamente con un punto virtual de nuestro sistema. This will be like the first step, do the calibration in Brainstorm. Second step is give this calibrated data to the Viper. Using the mix of the output of Brainstorm and the video camera through an ultimate, we finish this calibration and giving back this to the Viper. So we are sending again the data but calibrated to the Viper, and this data is going in the header in the video ancillary lines to the clipster. And the third step, and this is the innovative part of the process, is that we will recall this information, get again this information from the DPX files, and do a post-production almost in real time, getting these files in Brainstorm again. So we read the file, from the file we get the video image and the tracking information again, and we can paint on top, we can composite with a virtual environment in this kind of resolution. In the other hand, we are also providing in the studio with the video, this is video signal, and through an ultimate that is doing chroma key, we get the foreground from the camera and we are providing the background, and we get a composite signal at the output that is a pre-visualization that we can see. So the director and the cameraman, they are able to see the mix image and what this is going to look like.
For the moment I'm looking for the tracker data, so it looks like finally I can record it already somewhere into my memory, and now it has to find its way through all the different places to finally be written into the DPX file header. And that's what I'm currently debugging, and hopefully in 10 to 15 minutes we can really start with all parameters then recorded correctly into the DPX files, and that's the last step we need to.
All this process is working. We had several things to fix yesterday, and finally we got this working.
This camera follows on the HSAI interface the SMPTE standard, and resolution is 10 bits for each color RGB. outputted on a dual HSCI interface in accordance again to SMPTE. The transmission format on the wire is interlaced, so you can see directly on the screen, but the original material, of course, is progressive. So you can use it with full resolution in the post-production.
In the last years, we have been doing just up to here, only up to here. We were doing pre-visualization, but in this test, what we want is also use this data and send it back to the film stream. So we plug this through the serial port to the Viper camera, and the Viper camera is sending this information in the ancillary video lines to the storage that is made in the DVS Clipster.
Venom solid-state video recorder to the Viper camera, and we modified this recorder in accordance that metadata from the lens can be recorded on this Venom and retrieved to a post-processing station.
From this test, what we have gathered is, in our system, we have recorded all the video input, that is the camera input, in SD. We have recorded this in our hard drive. We have recorded also the camera positions that we are sending, also in our hard drive. So in our side, we record video and data. And in the other side, in the DVS Clipster, they are storing the files with high quality and with the metadata we are sending to the Viper included in the headers. So from them, we are getting a sequence of DPX image files that includes in their header the metadata that we are sending through the Viper. The main technologies we use are, well, our software in one side with some standard video equipment like a video SDI board that is allowing us to store the video input, a normal PC, and for the getting the tracking information we are using state of industry encoders. So we are using encoders from Moses, that's a British company, and we are collecting all this information. Well, the other elements are the standard elements in the video, in the film chain, like the Viper camera and the DVS Clipster to record these things. In previous experience, what we were providing was only the pre-visualization, so we were doing half of the process we do now, just giving for the video assist and for the director a pre-visualization of, in real time, of what is going to be or what the image is going to look like. But the quality was just good for framing, or it was just good for having an idea of what it was going to look like. With this second approach, what we want is to give much more quality. So getting back the images with the full quality and being able to composite almost in real time give us much more power in the studio itself without the need to go to the post-production house. The material that we have recorded will allow us now to check if what happens with the data and the video that we have recorded. If this is good enough or not, if getting this information and the camera we are able to generate this material with higher quality, and what we will have to check also what kind of discs we need to store, if we are going to provide a movie or if we are going to provide a sequence of TGAs or image again, and how to provide again this live image to the director on the set. As conclusions or early conclusions, we may say that well, that's a big step. This is the first time we follow the whole chain, getting the tracking data, pushing it to the Viper and getting it back from post-production. So this is a big thing. And in the other side, well, the big thing is it works. So the whole idea is feasible and we get back the data and the data is there. But in the other hand, we've seen small problems that may be fixed or that are there. It's like from the Viper camera, we cannot get an SDI output for an SD-SDI output to have a very nice pre-visualization. We are getting the composite output and up converting to SDI, so the chroma key quality is not very good. This is one big question mark. Is this going to be available? Do we need a down converter from HD? What is the thing? And the second thing is, in video we work 50 Hz, in the film here, PAL film, we are working in 25. And again the same thing, in the mix we see that the camera movement is not as smooth as the video movement. So it is something we should work out and maybe have a brainstorm doing also 25 Hz instead of 50.